Hi, so today we are going to learn about comparing decimals. So many students have a problem when the number of digits is different. So for example, comparing 3 tenths and 27 hundredths. So this is because they are thinking about whole numbers. Relate more digits to bigger numbers. A good way to overcome this problem is to write the decimals out in the columns with headings. So this highlights how zeros to the right make no difference to the value of the decimals. So let us see. 3 tenths, so it should be 3. Okay, we just copy our decimal point here. And then hundreds, there is no hundreds, so it is 0. 0 hundreds, and then 0 thousands. And then 27 hundredths. So we have our 2 here. Okay, we don't forget our decimal point. And then 7 hundredths. And then 0 thousandths. So now we can see clearly, we can compare our decimals. So 3 tenths is greater than 27 hundredths. So we should write here greater than. Okay, so we don't forget our crocodile sign, right? So crocodiles always eating the smaller number. So if the sign is like this is greater than. Okay, and then this one is lesser than. And we have, of course, our equal sign. In decimals, there is a very important 0 and then not so important 0. Okay, so this 0 in our 302 thousands, the 0 is a very important 0. Okay, so why? Because these 0 are very important as they are placeholders and keep other numbers in correct place. Okay, so how about this 0 in 40 tenths? Okay, so this 0 is not so important because even we didn't write this, the value of 4 tenths will not change. Okay, it is still 4 tenths. But this 0 is very useful in comparing decimals. Let's see later. Okay, so when comparing decimals, so we have to start in the tenth place. Okay, so the decimal with the biggest value, there is greater. If they are the same, so move to the hundreds place and compare the values. If the values are still the same, keep moving to the right until you find one that is greater, or until you find that they are equal. Okay, so let's see with this one. Okay, so in this 302 thousands, the 10th place is 3. Okay, in the 10th place is 3. So the same with this one. Okay, so since the same, so let's move on to the hundreds. So the hundreds here is 0. Okay, and then here is 2. Okay, so a while ago I said that we can use the 0, okay, to compare our decimals. So let's add 0 here to see clearly. Okay, so we have 302 thousands, and then 320 thousands. Okay, so we compare already. So 0 here, and then 2. So that means this one wins. Okay, you can see the 2 is bigger than 0. So the answer is 302 thousands is lesser than 320 thousands. Let's see the next example. 40 pence and then 5 pence. This one is 40 hundreds, because there's 0, we can read as 40 hundreds. But if we move, take out the 0, it becomes 4 pence. So let's use the 0 in our 50 here, so we can compare it easily. Okay, so as I told you a while ago, when we add the 0 here, the value will not change. Okay, so we have 40 hundreds and then 50 hundreds. Let's check the first number, which is in tens. Okay, so in here we have 4, and then in the other side we have 5. Okay, so that means 5 is greater than 4. Since the first given is 40 hundreds, and then the next is 50 hundreds, so we will read this as 40 hundreds is lesser than 50 hundreds. Okay, let's see another example. Let's have 3400 and 2100. Okay, so in this example we only need to see our tens place to find that which one the number is bigger. Okay, so let's see the tens place. We have 3, and on the other side we have 2. Okay, so that means 34 hundredths is greater than 21 hundredths. Okay, next example. Let's have 67 hundredths and 68 hundredths. Okay, so in this example, we have the same value in tens, right? Which is 6. Okay, so if like that we have the same value, so that means it's a tie. Okay, then we move on to the hundreds place. So check your hundreds place. So we have 7 and then 8. Okay, so that means 8 is bigger. Okay, so 67 hundredths is lesser than 68 hundredths. Okay, we don't forget our decimal point. Okay, so it says lesser than. Okay, next example. If we have like this, okay, if we have like this, 7 tens and then 59 hundredths. Okay, let me draw. Okay, so this example can trick people. Okay, on the first quick look, we just need to look at the tens. So we can see that 7 is greater than 59. Okay, so this is greater than. Okay, so if you still want to check, you can write your 0 over here to see it clearly in your 7. Right now it's very clear. 70 hundredths is greater than 59 hundredths. Okay, next example. Let's have 0.3 or 3 tenths. Okay, and then 3 tenths and 34 hundredths. Okay, so in this example, if we add 0 in our tree, right to the right, we can more easily compare the hundreds, and we can see that 3 is less than 34. Okay, let's try that. Let me show here because there is no space. Okay, let me write here. So we say we add 0. Okay, we add 0, and then here is our 34 hundredths. So let's read 30 hundredths and then 34 hundredths. So it's right. We can see it clearly when we add the 0. Okay. So that means 30 hundredths is lesser than 34 hundredths. Okay, so our answer is lesser than. Okay. Okay, last example. Let's have 60 hundredths and then 6. Okay, what will be the answer? Okay, let me put here. Okay, so we have 60 hundredths and then 6 tenths. Okay, so it can be two way. One way, you can just ignore the 6, this 0 in this 60, right? As we told before, as I told you before, right, that even we put the 0 on the right side, the value is the same. Okay, so this 60 hundredths, if we take out the 0, it becomes 6 tenths, right? So that means this one is equal. They are the same. So the answer is 60 hundredths is equal to 6 tenths.